And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
And you know, the monsoon season sort of quieting down just in time for some beautiful weather for the Labor Day weekend, including all the festivities going on at Labor Day liftoff here in Colorado Springs. Here was the scene this morning. Deanna captured this beautiful photo. Andy and I were just looking at the design on the hot air balloon. I'd say one of the more interesting ones, right? A skull in the middle, and it looks like those are tools, wrenches surrounding the skull. This is one of our favorites. We showed this last night at 10. This is a pink unicorn. Gotta love the festivities, gotta love the colors, the fanfare, the crowds out there. And again, more tonight with that balloon glow at 7 o'clock. And then we have one more morning. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, I recommend getting out there tomorrow for the final day. Here's a look at the forecast. We'll be in the upper 50s early in the Springs. So not quite as chilly as this morning, already rising to the 70s by 9 a.m. Check out those noontime temperatures. Could be flirting with that 90-degree mark. And oh yeah, by the middle of the afternoon, we'll be well into the 90s here in Colorado Springs. High pressure, large and in charge across the region. Hardly any cloud cover from our live cam view up towards Pikes Peak. And just a little bit of tidbit of information for you. The elevation of Pikes Peak, 14,115 feet. It is one of 58 14ers in the state of Colorado and just one of two that you can actually drive to the summit. The other being Mount Evans. Current conditions right now in Colorado Springs, we are sitting in the middle 80s on this Sunday afternoon with some southeasterly breezes around 10 miles per hour. Currently in Pueblo, we are at 92 degrees, also seeing those winds moving from the plains up towards the slopes of the Front Range. Tonight, if you're heading out to the Colorado State Fair, it will be hot and it will be hazy early, 89 degrees, cooling down to 80 at 8 p.m. Finally more comfortable at 10 with temperatures back down to the low 70s. More quiet, tranquil weather expected on Labor Day. The only change from today is that it'll be about 2 to maybe 5 degrees warmer than what we saw this afternoon. So that takes us into more of that hot or sort of heat dome type of criteria. We will see maybe a little more moisture, I think, out across the mountains, possibly an isolated storm, but I think most of that stays well west of the wets and sand grays. High pressure not expected to move through at least Thursday, but the longer range models now picking up on this low that drops in across the northern plains and northern Rockies. And I think this could bring us a bit of a pattern change as we head towards the very end of the week and then all the way into next weekend. Before we get there, folks across the western U.S. absolutely suffering with these excessive heat warnings, historical heat wave ongoing through at least the middle of the upcoming week. For us, even though it was hot today, it will be pleasant tonight thanks to this dry atmosphere in place. Overnight lows down to the 50s and 60s in most areas. Highs tomorrow, check out the heat, 80s and 90s across the News 5 viewing area. So toasty on Labor Day, and then looking at the potential for record-setting highs around Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's that gusty cold front Friday and then a weak storm chance on Saturday. Here's your breakout on Labor Day, up to 91 by around 4 p.m., but temperatures very, very hot already by the lunch hour. For Pueblo, we go from 97 to 100. Again, could see some records here, especially by Thursday. That's probably our best chance over the next 7 days. For Canyon City, we'll call it toasty with temps in the mid-90s through Thursday. Then that cold front could bring in some changes by the weekend. Woodland Park, I've got us dry and warm up until Friday. By the weekend, could see a few scattered thunderstorms out there in Teller County. Andy?